Hey guys, Alf here. Today I'm going to tell you about yesterday's Fire Emblem Direct. So yesterday Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct for Fire Emblem, and they announced a bunch of new Fire Emblem games coming out for the Switch, for the 3DS, for mobile. The first game they announced was a remake of an old Fire Emblem game called Fire Emblem Gaiden, which was the second Fire Emblem game. Came out in 1992 for the Famicom and was never released in the US. It was the sequel to the first Fire Emblem game, but it was a side story, which is what Gaiden means. It was a little different from the original Fire Emblem, but it's one of my favorites. I've only played it through like emulations and fan subs and stuff, so it'd be cool to play it now in the US version. This one's called Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valencia, and it comes out May 19th for the 3DS. So this game takes place in the same world as the first Fire Emblem, just with different characters, but it's in the same realm. That's why it's a side story. And it follows the adventures of two characters called Alm and Celica. And this is a complete, instead of a remake, it's like a complete reimagining. It's got like 3D graphics now. There's like when you go through dungeons, your characters shown with 3D models and stuff, but the battles are still the same. They're still turn-based tactical like strategy RPG, and you still see them as the little characters. Like after you get into a fight in a dungeon against a monster, you'll see your little soldiers, and you'll set them up to fight against the enemy soldiers or monsters in the same way. But when you attack, it shows 3D models doing the attacks until you defeat them, just like most Fire Emblems are nowadays. I'm not a huge Fire Emblem fan, but I like the older ones a lot. I haven't played much of the newer ones, and I should probably jump in on those. I'd probably enjoy them. I just lost interest in Fire Emblem as the time went on. I liked them more when I was younger, like when the internet first came along and we started getting emulation. I used to go back and play a lot of old Japanese Nintendo games that we never got here. And yeah, and Fire Emblem was one of those I enjoyed a lot. So on the same day, May 19th, they are releasing a 2-pack amiibo for this game as well. And it's the main character, Celica and Alm. They look really cool. They did a great job on them, and the packaging looks really cool too. Like it has the artwork on it. It's like classic like manga looking. I really like it. So the next game they announced was a new Fire Emblem main series game for the Nintendo Switch, but they didn't give any info on it. They had no pictures or video. They just said, Fire Emblem game coming, and it'll be released in 2018, and that's all they had on it. And then after that, they announced Fire Emblem Warriors, which is a Koei Tecmo game, which by hearing Warriors at the end, I think you probably have an idea that this is a Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors kind of game. It's coming out in fall on both the Switch and the 3DS, and I'm not a big fan of these kind of games. They get boring to me real quick, but if you enjoyed Hyrule Warriors, you'll probably like this game. It's the same concept, the same game engine, just with Fire Emblem characters. Dynasty Warriors playstyle has been around for a while, and I played a bunch of Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors. I also played Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage, which is like the same kind of game. So I guess I'm kind of played out on it. If you're new to it, you might enjoy it. You might have fun with it. If your first adventure in this type of gameplay was Hyrule Warriors, and you're a Fire Emblems fan, then you'll probably enjoy this. They're doing the same thing with Dragon Quest, and that's I think that's called Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. There's a 2-part. It's already been out for like other systems, but now it's out. Now it's going to come out for the Switch. So you might enjoy it. If you do, it comes out in the fall. Pick it up. And finally, last but not least, they announced their mobile game, Fire Emblem Heroes. Now, we heard about this Fire Emblem mobile game a while ago. They announced that they were going to make a Fire Emblem mobile game and an Animal Crossing mobile game. And now they finally announced the Fire Emblem one. And surprisingly, it comes out very soon. They announced it comes out February 2nd, which is in like 2 weeks. So we heard nothing about this, and then all of a sudden, it's coming out in 2 weeks. It's going to be out on Android. It looks really cool. It's got that classic Fire Emblem style of gameplay, but it's made for mobile, so it's a really like smaller version of it, and it has characters from throughout all of Fire Emblem history, and you kind of collect each of the characters in order to put them in your team to build an army to fight against either other players, or I guess there's probably a story mode too. It's going to be a free to play game. So unlike Super Mario Run, which a lot of people had complaints about, is it's free to play. You don't have to pay $10 to play the whole game. Is I think you just basically pay for in-game money if you want to, but you can earn the money over time. But I guess if you want to progress quickly and you're not patient, you can actually pay for in-game money and purchase the things that you would earn over time. It's still the same turn-based strategies. The maps are smaller though, because it's like phone screen, so it's not going to be like the huge battles like most Fire Emblem games have. So looking at the info, it seems each character has a color type, and there seems to be red, green, blue, and purple. And certain colors have advantages against other colors and disadvantages in attack power. So you can build your team to have the best advantage depending on what colors they are. Each character you get also has like a special critical move that will be real powerful and help you destroy the characters. You also get orbs. I guess this is like what the in-game money is, and you can earn them over time. And this is how you summon the characters that you capture from Fire Emblem history. You can also customize your allies and create teams to use in battle. So, yeah, I guess you pretty obvious. You build your own armies of 4. It looks like maybe more, but it looks like you can make them of 4. Then you have skill points, so you can upgrade your characters, give them new weapons, assists, specials. There's also multiple maps. I'm not sure if you have to buy those. There's no information on that. And then there's arena, where you can battle other people and like a multiplayer battle and get rankings, and you get rewards for that and stuff. Seems pretty cool. I think I would enjoy this a lot, especially since it's free to play. I'd get it on my tablet, not even on my phone, because it's big and I can have fun playing it. They're also having a special event for this game where you can vote every day, once a day, for your favorite Fire Emblem characters of all time. When you go and you choose, they have you pick. You can either pick at random, or you can pick your favorite video game. Like they have each Fire Emblem game. You pick that, and then they have all the characters in it, and you can pick your favorite character. I chose Lynn. She's my favorite Fire Emblem character. That's for today. For tomorrow, not sure yet. I'll have to figure that out when it comes and look through it. But there's a bunch of stuff that's going to happen from that. The first place characters will make special appearances in the game, wearing special Choose Your Legends outfits. I don't know how that makes any difference, but that's what you're going to get. Version characters will be available in future to be summoned using earned or purchased orbs. So I guess they are summoned the same way as all the other characters. They're also going to have every month the top voted character is going to have a calendar wallpaper. So I guess you get to download those once a month for whoever the heroes is. And it's going on for 10 months. So get on voting for that. You can do that. Also, not sure when you get it, but when you start voting, you're going to get 200 platinum points for your My Nintendo. So if you want to get on that and get some platinum points. And then one last thing that was only announced on the Japanese version of the Direct is there's this app called Line. Not sure what that is, but from what I've heard, it's very popular in Japan, and it's like a chatting, like voice and text system, I guess, or image system. Either way, it's an app for people to chat, and they're coming out with these special Fire Emblem stamps. They're pretty cute. I think they're pretty cool. If I used this program, I would get these and send them to people. So yeah, in closing, It's pretty cool. There's a lot of Fire Emblem games coming. Two Switch games, two 3DS games, a mobile game. Pretty exciting stuff. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, you're probably even more excited. The mobile game seems really cool, and Fire Emblem Echoes seems really cool. I think I'll get that. The other ones, not too sure about yet. Those amiibo for Fire Emblem Echoes looks awesome. I'm probably gonna pick those up because I really like the way they look. But yeah, that's about it. Next time there's more Nintendo news, I'll make another video and let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Peace out.